Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. I'm Julianne, but more commonly known as Financially Free with Jules here on YouTube and over on Instagram. So today I'm gonna go over top 10 tips for a PCS move. PCS move, permanent change of duty station. All right, I've moved several times in my military career, and these are just some tips that I've learned along the way. So let's get started. Number one, store all your important documentation together. All right, this can be in a binder, this could be in one of those like accordion folder things. However you have to do it to keep it together, keep it together. Trust me, you're gonna need the paperwork at some point in time. And what do I mean by important paperwork? This is gonna be orders. Make sure you have tons of copies of your orders because every place will want your orders, all right? You'll also want your birth certificate, social security cards for you, your wife, your kids, the whole gang, right? Any shots and school records obviously are going to become important, along with any recalls on your vehicles, POV information, insurance cards, lease agreements, you name it, you're gonna need it, right? Because the Army, when you move, you gotta process everything and they're gonna want all that information. So instead of having to look through emails or like going through a whole big old pile of paperwork, just make it organized and keep it organized for the duration of your military career. You'll thank me later for that tip. Number two, I like to send a tough box or a piece of luggage to my duty station that I'm going to be going to ahead of time. You might be asking why? Why would I do something like that? Listen, you might be in a hotel for 10 nights and then get into an apartment, but your household goods, your unaccompanied baggage might not come right away. But you no longer have an opportunity to stay in a hotel. So you're gonna be in an apartment with no furniture, nothing, right? So what I like to do is send this tough box ahead. Typically, I either know someone at that duty station or my incoming sponsor, I'll send it to their address. Most sponsors don't care, so just ask them. And you send in that tough box, typically a blow-up mattress, some linen, some towels, basic kitchen supplies, anything you might need for the first few weeks before your household goods shipment actually arrives. It will save you a lot of time, a lot of energy, and definitely will just make your move a lot better. Number three, save money beforehand. Whew. Have money set aside for unexpected costs and have money set aside to be able to pay up front for hotel costs, food costs, gas, etc. Because let's be real, the Army, very slow to give you money, but very quick to take your money back. All right, so just keep that in mind. Just because you turn in all your receipts and think everything's set to go does not necessarily mean that you're gonna get a paycheck or the money back within 5 to 7 business days like they'll tell you. So just make sure that you have a nest egg set aside for every time that you move. Don't stress the small stuff. Just don't do it. You could drive yourself crazy stressing about all the things that you should be doing, could be doing, didn't get done, need to get done. The list can go on, right? Don't stress the small stuff. There's no point, right? There's a lot of things during a move process that are gonna be out of your hands. So let it be out of your hands. Focus on the things that you can control. Focus on making your life as neat and as orderly as possible for the move, and you'll be so much happier. Tip number 5, don't buy new furniture prior to a PCS move. If you've moved once before, you know that the movers will always break your favorite items, right? So you might have had a coffee table that you've had for 10 years. I can assure you that that coffee table is gonna come in perfect condition, the way you sent it. But that brand new bed frame or headboard that you just bought, I guarantee you it's gonna come in damage. Just save your money and buy it at the new duty station. No matter how tempted you are, just hold out. Tip number 6, have a garage sale prior to the move. This allows you to declutter your house of items that you no longer use, no longer want, or maybe that they're just collecting dust at this point. You know that box sitting in the corner that you never opened from the previous move? You probably don't need it if you've had it the whole time at the new duty station and haven't opened it. Let it go. Trust me, it's much more freeing and liberating to move with a lot less stuff. You'll realize how little you actually need when you do this process. Plus, good garage sale, you make a little bit extra money, you can put it aside. Tip number 7, take photos with a date and time stamp of all the items before the packers arrive. I personally like taking videos or pictures, whichever you prefer, but I just take my camera around because like on my phone, because it will be date and time stamped, and just view like all of my furniture, any of my high dollar value items. This ensures that if something comes into you and it's damaged, the movers can't say, well, it was already damaged. No, it wasn't. I know that I would not have kept a couch with a big hole in the back of it. I don't think so. Pretty sure I wouldn't hold on to a Keurig either that, is no longer functional. I only speak from experience, guys. I only speak from experience. All right, tip number 8, do not, whatever you do, sign the inventory sheet when you receive your household goods on the receiving end without having them unpack everything and you view everything. I made this mistake too on my first move. I thought, oh, boxes are all here, numbers are all right, everything has to be fine, until I opened them up and half of my boxes were water damaged, like they kept my crate outside for days in the rain. Getting those items replaced was a headache and a half. Good thing is I had the video footage showing that my items were not in that condition prior to them being shipped. So I did win that case, but it was very much a headache. So just do yourself a favor, have the movers unpack everything. They're going to be in a rush. They're not going to want to unpack everything. This serves 2 purposes. A, you can see all of your items, and B, they can take all the boxes and paper back with them so you don't have to worry about throwing it out or recycling it. Tip number 9, photograph and video condition of a house, apartment, wherever you're going to be living prior to moving in and after move out, so that you cannot be charged and will not be charged for stuff that was missing or already damaged. Yes, do it. Just like your furniture, your apartment, because we're military and we're coming and going all the time, they think that they can prey on, some apartment complexes think that they can prey on us to not give us our deposits back. Negative. If I have all the footage and all the photos to show that that blind that you're trying to charge me $150 for was broken upon when I moved in, I'm not paying for it. Sorry. Bye, Felicia. Just not happening. So it protects you. It honestly, at the end of the day, it protects you. Protects you. Last but not least, number 10. 10 is going to be to research the area in which you're going to be moving to. I'm talking apartments, houses. Is it better to buy or is it better to rent? Schools, which school district do you want to live in? What is best for your children based on the ages of them and the grades that they'll be going to? The current crime rate in the area. Typically right around the immediate area around Post has a very high crime rate. But if you go 20 to 30 minutes from Post, typically the schools are better, the crime rate's lower. Now, just depends on the cost of living as well. And then of course the job market. Know that if you're a spouse or a girlfriend of the service member or boyfriend of the service member, that you need to check the job market as well, because if you're a nurse in one city, it might not be as easy to be a nurse in another city because the population might not be as big, or they might not need as many nurses, etc. That's just an example. So research, research, research. And as always, if you guys have any questions about PCS moves, no matter how small or large they might seem, feel free to drop your questions below. I'll answer them to the best of my ability. And I look forward to making more videos that are useful to you. Thanks for watching, guys. Bye.